Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Richard.
Hello.
By Sean. By Tanny.
Hello. I found the boots.
Stanza says, screaming sky noodle noises.
Sky noodles!
Kiri was here a moment ago, and then his computer decided to turn itself off. So that's fine. He'll be back soon. Jeff is going to be with us in about an hour. And Amy's in Disney.
Disney!
They're going to Disneyland!
Disney!
So...
Come on, Orville! I'm going to Disneyland! Sorry to sidetrack immediately. That's what I went when I went to Disney many moons ago. We were driving down like the road you go to go into Disney, and there was this beaten up pickup truck with a bunch of like dirty tools in the back, and we were just like, it's like some redneckers going, Orville, we're going to Disneyland! He's a pig. He's like, come on, Disney!
I love it.
Anyway, continue, John.
We're here to play D&D, and also talk apparently about things. Hey, Kiri's back. That was some good stretching for time we did. For this week's recap, we go over to Richard.
Yes. So, the exciting session last time started. We'd already half destroyed a happy giant ogre home by killing some of the occupants, and then their partner. I don't want to get into their marital status. That's their business. Returned, and she seemed very happy. Someone had been cooking a dwarf for dinner, which she liked. And there was a discussion in the group about do we murder this person? No, I don't want to say murder. Do we kill? Or do we leave? And when it was pointed out that she had some shiny stuff, that sort of swung it. And
Stanza suggests slay.
I don't know. Murder has a legal connotation that I wasn't happy with.
I believe slay as an alternative to kill or murder.
Oh, damn it.
And we killed this person. I brought a snake into the fight, which was quite handy. And we killed them and found out where they got this shiny stuff from.
Not in that order.
No, we did ask them first, yeah. And because Karen had a sort of recognition of this shiny metal as to do with his nightmare / dreams he's been having about a vessel of some kind, and so from that we decided to go and investigate. We had a bit of a look around, and we found some honey-made stuff and various bits and bobs, and we stole what we could, and then decided to head off south, which was the direction we were given by this giant, and off we went. Brim was being a nerd and saying how we needed to go back and tell people and return property and all that, but
responsible and shit.
Yeah, but once he realised that would actually take time, he changed his mind. And
I'm nothing but impatient, lad.
And we headed south, and if I remember right, we got caught up in a bad storm.
You did,
and what was that say?
What?
I thought I heard someone say something.
No, I think it was just feedback.
And so bad we had to take shelter, and even Dax's first-rate awesome survival skills wouldn't get them through this storm. So he made them an excellent shelter, because again, excellent survival skills. And there was some heartfelt conversations had on watch, and a magic fox appeared, who'd been sent by a druid.
Yes.
A nearby druid who was interested in what we were doing, and trying to establish, were they angry with us, were they threatening us, were they just curious because we'll come near where they live.
As far as Alopex told you, they were just curious.
Yeah. And then when we got up the next day, we head off, and as we approached where we thought we needed to be, we were attacked by tentacles and monsters.
Well, rewinding that a little bit, as you were approaching where you thought you needed to be, you were attacked by a very hungry owlbear.
Oh, of course, yes.
That's how.
And Snicket, Snicket pulled out a strange device with lights and whistles and glowy things and spinny things, and blew into it. And the owlbear very quickly calmed down and just ate some stew, and has now joined your party as Oswald the owlbear.
Yeah. I edited that out because it didn't show my character as the hero, so I was like, "Oh, we don't need to include that there."
And then you were attacked by some strange centipede-like creatures.
Yeah, and we had some bad moments, if I remember rightly, of people being paralyzed or stunned.
About 2 or 3 of you were paralyzed over the course of the fight.
Me and AJ got paralyzed.
Yeah, and it was
so me and AJ were worthless during the fight because we didn't actually technically get a turn.
As opposed to just Carrion being worthless in the fight as usual. That's a joke. Carrion's brilliant.
Okay, so when I get Finger of Death,
yeah,
you know exactly who you're.
If it'd been a different person saying that, it'd be
what's the rules on that spell again? I just need to quickly look up that.
And then having killed these monsters, in which Carrion showed considerable bravery and skill, we found the crashed ship. I believe it was a Nautaloid. Is that the word?
That is correct. That is the word that has been resolutely resounding around in Carrion's head.
A big metal ship that seems to have crashed.
Tentacles.
Tentacles. We're not sure if it crashed and that was the problem, or if there was a problem already on board, and then it crashed because of that problem. But something's happened. And we did a bit of a scout around, trying to establish what was going on. And then, now we're just at the point of pretty much that we're about to head in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to go over to the map so that we can see the map.
Look at that map.
Here's the map.
Look at that fucking map.
So basically, this is a large... several-story structure in front of you. About 5 feet off the valley floor is the first deck, and you can climb up into it fairly easily. And you can see that at one point mounted on this deck was a ballista that is now coated in ice and heavily damaged from the crash. It being outside the ship hasn't been protected at all from the elements or slamming into the ground at high speed. And strangely, coming off of the back of the deck, the metal of the deck sort of extends out into these strange tentacles that at the moment just lay like tree trunks in the ground. And having expected them, the metal has a strange sticky quality to it, a gooey hard to place, and still there despite the sub-zero temperatures that you are out in. And you don't see any joints along the tentacles. They are solid, metallic tentacle things.
Like, does it look more like they grew than were like assembled and welded together?
Yes, they look very naturally a part of this. They don't look like where you'd have mechanical joints that would hinge and move. Yeah. What'd you guys like to do now?
We'd found a door, hadn't we? We'd spotted a door.
There is a door at the. There is a door here on the back of the battle deck, which appears to be made sort of chitin or chitin and iron, and covered in a layer, as most things are in Icewind Dale, of ice.
As most things are in Icewind Dale, a dale.
There's Dales out there somewhere. A guy named Dale.
Dales fucking everywhere.
All over the place. Very windy
Hey,
days.
look. Oh, God, look anywhere without seeing a fucking dale.
Right, so do we want to head in? I've done sort of a lap of the entire place. It doesn't look like there's any other entrances.
I think it's best we just go up there from this place. That's a very nice guy's right. His head guys.
So,
I apologize for the coffin.
Should we climb up? Do we want one person to go first to then see if they die horribly, and then we can reassess? Or
well, I was thinking we could.
Well, if just in
head up.
case that you are implying that we should do that, maybe you should go first then, Dad.
I mean, you are the wayfinder of the group, so it makes sense for you to go first.
Yes, I mean, you've just basically.
And besides, you're so heroic. Oh, the last. Did you hear the recap? Oh.
Oh, the.
I'm happy to climb up.
I was also going to volunteer myself.
But didn't you hear the recap, Rime? Didn't you hear the recap?
What? What do you mean?
The recap? Didn't you remember how like Dax single-handedly took on those carrion crawlers alone and beat them?
Does carrion have the break the fourth wall power? Like,
Do you mean the events that has happened? Not but hours ago or days ago?
Yes, exactly. Although it does feel a lot longer ago somehow.
mere moments, in fact, less than an hour at this point.
Aye. What just happened to us?
Yeah, that's stuff.
Right. Let's stack up on the door and let's listen out to. Can we do this? Can we attempt to do this quietly, please?
yeah, I'm happy to try and do it quietly.
Wonderful.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Get my notes out.
Is that everyone, or are we sending just two up first, or?
If you've got
20?
two of you climbing up on the deck first, stealth checks from them, because they are getting closer to the door.
They're one step close to the edge.
Break!
They're about to break.
The break!
Oh, Dax, I wasn't expecting you to just climb the side of it.
Yeah. Pork-hearted.
Let me just make a couple of checks.
Let me just. Oh, well, this is terrible for you. Oh no. Oh God.
Okay.
God, son of a... Right up the... with the...
And-
Go for the lion.
Okay. You climb up onto the deck, and you can see the door tucked away at the back. You can see, sort of, as you've got up onto the deck, you can see that above you there is another sort of open space and another deck with another ballista mounted pointing outwards above the door. And you make your way over towards the door, and there seems to be no reaction from the ship at the moment.
Can we hear what's going on inside?
Make me a perception check.
Could I do that as well?
Yes.
Actually, what's how perceptive are you?
+6.
I am also +6. I'll give you the help action.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can either both roll or one of you roll with advantage. Take your pick. Apparently you've taken that pick.
Oh,
Oh,
dear me.
It was a-
oh no!
Son of a... Fuck.
It didn't possibly go as well, but you press your ear to the very cold door.
You get stuck to the door.
I just realised the owlbear's with us.
And you can hear the muffled sound of movement inside. You can't make out much detail of what is happening, but there is at least one fairly sizable thing moving in here. You think you can pick out other noises. Maybe laughter? Doesn't sound quite right.
Now, is this just on the other side of the door, or is this like further into the ship I'm hearing?
Difficult to tell. The sound of a movement that is close to the door.
Is there enough space without opening the door for me to put a fingernail? Well, I suppose it was just a bit of hair. If I can put a bit of hair through the door.
This door is frozen shut.
It's frozen shut.
The door has a layer of ice over it, and as you look at as you've gotten close enough to see the construct of it, it is designed to be airtight.
Right. Well, I will relay this information to Brim, that there sounds like there's something moving on the other side, and possibly laughter, and probably it's like some creepy little children singing a nursery rhyme as well in a terrifying
that sort
way.
of thing. The average.
Yeah. Love horror movie tropes I'm getting from behind that door.
Do you think they'd respond if we knocked on the door?
Should we try? I mean, I'm happy to try.
Do we want other people to back us up so it isn't a mad dash to get up here? Or should we just do it ourselves?
I say we just do it ourselves.
All right. I'll knock, and I'll go and knock on the door.
Okay. Roll me another perception check to just listen to the other side of the door as you knock.
All right, perception. There we go.
Oh, that was so close to a 1 on my screen.
The dice skipped on my screen and my heart leapt into my mouth.
You knock at the door and you concentrate on listening to the sound on the other side of it. And it goes quiet. and a minute passes. 2 minutes.
After the first minute goes, I'll knock again.
The silence is still there. And bear with me just a moment.
Sure, of course.
No, he's just quickly sorting out his like 100 monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot of icons to manage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just need to double check on the notes really quickly. You hear a strange voice. You would... Do you understand Gnomish? Either of you?
Don't think so.
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna.
No, giant, sylvan, elvish.
Common, dwarvish, undercommon.
You hear a voice say this through the door in an accent that you could only describe as gooey.
That doesn't sound right.
I'm going to say in common. Can you say that again in common?
The voice speaks again. Again, gooey is
Gooey gnomish.
Is it louder this time?
It's a different language. You can tell it's not.
Oh.
It's not said the same thing. But
I wish I was there.
He's asking if we have a psi crystal.
What language is he speaking now?
Undercommon.
Undercommon.
I'll say back in undercommon. I understand you.
Do you have a psi crystal? We wish to live in peace.
Are you translating this, Brim?
I am.
I was whisper. That doesn't sound good. No one talks about peace who's peaceful.
And how many are we?
It's just me and Vorin, and then the kids. Rin, Rix, and Zlglord.
Right.
And my puppet.
And I'm sorry, you're what?
My puppet.
You're
like I know. I'm talking to Brim. Does it mean like a toy?
Do you mind? Could you open the door, please?
Atmospheric controls are not working right now. It appears to be frozen.
Right.
Please bear with us.
Should we get the rest of them up here?
We are completely normal. There's nothing to fear.
Hey, Dax, should we get? I'll go over to Dax from the side, and I just go in a bit of more of a hushed tone. It's like, should we get everyone else up here while they're busy trying to unfreeze the door?
Yeah. I wonder as well if it's worth someone climbing on top of this deck to see if perhaps we can see inside somehow.
Stanza says, "I'm disappointed. I thought they said they had a puppy."
Oh, I would be too.
That would be great.
Yeah,
just a messed up little illithid dog. You know what? Those are the demi dog. Those are the fucking.
Is it weird that I'm equally as excited about the fact there's a puppet?
I just can't help but think what the puppet would look like.
There is a loud.
The puppet's a person, right?
I would say that Cherish will come up, but I'm also going to be right back, guys.
The door shakes and the ice starts to crack on its surface, and then there is another loud from the other side, and it just keeps cracking. You've got a few minutes before whatever happens.
Yeah.
I think we should take a few steps back.
Yeah. This ballista's frozen with ice, isn't it?
It is, yes.
turn around. Yeah. And we'll can I sort of call down and alert everyone as to the precise nature of what is going on?
Well.
Is there like a lip around this?
It's about
top
5
bit?
feet off the ground, so it's you can climb up.
I basically just want to be able to peek over the edge of this lip here. Just
Okay. And Tanny said Cherish would climb up onto the deck.
I'll go like here.
AJ will come up with you, and I mean Snicket.
Snicket's probably next to the door.
Oswald would be helpful as well.
Oswald's not getting close.
I was gonna say it would be if we could get Oswald close. If we're gonna just to open the door, send in the owlbear, and close the door.
The door. And the ice just like falls away in 2 sheets off of the door, and then hands pull the door open, and you can see a figure.
That's not a nice figure.
A human figure stitched together, pieces, several human pieces stitched together into one figure, pulling the door open.
Do not be afraid, that is my puppet.
Doesn't help. Still afraid.
You are perfectly safe if you do not threaten
terrified.
me.
And stepping forward into the door is about a 3 foot tall Mindflayer, purple skin, tentacles, large collared cape. Let me get the picture, because I feel you guys need the picture.
I know the picture, and I can't wait to see it again.
It's a very good picture.
Yep.
Look at his face.
There is what you are confronted by.
Wild.
My name is Bredavex.
It says as it hovers a little bit off the ground.
Right. Your puppet is a bit
He looks a bit
off-putting.
strange, doesn't he?
Aye.
Why do you think he looks a bit strange?
He's all pink.
Yep.
That is pretty strange. But we've got a friend who's pink as well. We've got two friends that are pink.
You didn't happen to find the right word. Build puppet here, did you?
No, we had puppet already. He is left over from dinners.
Yep.
We didn't need these parts.
Yep. What was his name again?
I'm Dreadovex.
Right, Dreadovex.
Yes?
If you seemed that you were able to open the door there, why have you only just opened it now?
We did not need to leave.
Okay.
I mean, that is fair. It's rather chilly hours.
It is cold outside and the atmospheric controls are broken in here. We are trying to repair the ship so that we can leave.
So you're saying it's cold outside, there's no kind of atmosphere, and you're all alone, more or less.
I'm more or
and you
less.
want to fly far away from here.
Yes, please. I mean, there is a kind of atmosphere out there, but it's not
But no kind of
hospitable.
atmosphere you like.
No, it's not an atmosphere that we like.
Exactly.
Do
You want to have fun, and you want to have fun in the sunset.
would we be familiar with these creatures, Mindflayers?
You've heard children's stories of
Yes.
them.
Yes.
You're not familiar. None of them mentioned them being about 3 feet tall.
But these are all like scary stories.
Yes.
Yes. So what help do you need from us?
We need a psi crystal. Will you find us a psi crystal?
That entirely depends on really. Well, I don't mean to say how much is it worth to you. You want to leave clearly. What would you?
What would you give us in return for us giving you a psi crystal?
We have some fantastical magical items that you might be able to make use of from our travels across the stars.
I'm going to whisper. He's very dramatic.
I can't see where he's speaking from neither.
Dreadovex, can you do me a favor? Can you say suckering suckety?
No.
You can't ask him not
Suckering
to.
suckata.
He's not a performing monkey, you know.
You notice, by the way, his words are not just coming to your mind. He is speaking.
Is he a broken mindful?
Stanza says, "Oh, don't be mean to the widow mind flayer."
Just stands there, stood next to him, pinching its jowls. What?
Tentacled face?
Upper tentacle regions?
It pulls a small black box off of its belt loop, and it holds out a black box about the size of a bar of soap. And it flicks a switch on the side, and a light on it just starts flashing. And it starts... boom, 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 boom.
Detonation sequence activated.
There is a psi crystal very close. Do you have a psi crystal about your personages?
No. We're very familiar with psi crystals, and we certainly don't have any on our person.
This psi crystal detector says there is a psi crystal very close.
Well, our psi crystal detector says there isn't, so that cancels out your detector.
I give Dax just a bit of, like just a head tilt.
just at this point, Brim realizes he is truly alone.
Where are you going with this?
We don't. We can't.
What magic items do you have?
Come inside, I will show you.
No.
Right. That
Can't you,
What?
can't you get Puppet to model them for?
What the fuck just happened?
You're having a
I'm
conversation with Dreadavix.
I believe I'm still translating, right? Because he's speaking Undercommon.
I believe you and Carrion both understand the...
I can understand him.
Yeah.
And he is truly terrifying to hear.
I'm assuming this image of him is just.
That is him.
He is
He-
smoke.
He's about
small.
3 feet tall.
He is
But he's got a puppet made out of, as he described it, leftovers from meals.
He has a flesh construct with him.
Yeah, that he made from
God.
food they didn't eat. So take that,
What the fuck?
Yeah, and they want a psi crystal, and they're willing to trade for a psi crystal. But they just said, "Do you want to come inside and see what we can trade for a psi crystal?" And I think that would be a very bad idea.
Dax,
Mm-hmm.
could you roll me a...
Oh,
No.
literally, may the mind games begin.
Yeah.
Well then.
Could you make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
Intelligence. Right. You sure it's not wisdom?
I'm positive it's not wisdom.
Oh, that was so close to 16 on my screen.
It looks at you as you are telling it that your psi crystal detector means that it cancels out its one. And it just starts focusing on you. And then he looks over to Carrion.
You have a psi crystal.
Carrion just slowly tips forward.
You took further down.
Please, we need to leave this place.
You swear that if we give you this crystal
We just wish to
And-
leave.
and give you this crystal and you'll provide us with adequate compensation, that you are 100% going to leave us unharmed and leave this place completely.
Yes.
And by place,
Can I also make an insight?
Yes,
Yes, we may.
you may.
I think John may have Kingston his wife now.
24.
It's a difficult creature to read.
What?
It's it's very alien to you,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
you do sense that there is a truth to what he is saying. if you don't harm him and provide him with a psi crystal, he has no reason to harm you.
Right.
Hunger?
As long as he leaves
Right.
soon enough, he has no reason to harm you.
I mean, he's eaten. See, in the case.
I mean, should we have a sidebar, a sort of private negotiation discussion as a team?
What is there to talk about? No, that's right. If you could give us a minute, Dreadavex?
Yeah.
You can even close the door if you want to keep the atmosphere to yourself. We just
I will
need
head back upstairs until you are ready.
Right.
And it
Appreciate
ascends the stairs.
So that sidebar you needed.
Yeah. This thing's evil, right? This is a terrible, terrifying evil monster.
I mean, he doesn't. I mean, Mindflayers tend to be, but I don't think he's a normal.
I
don't want to say normal. Kind of not standard.
From what I can tell, this is my first time sort of laying eyes on such a creature. But from what I could tell, there is a truth to what he was saying, is he just wants to leave peacefully. So I doubt he'd stick around.
Yeah, but when he leaves peacefully, and he's left peacefully, does he carry on the rest of his life peacefully, or does he make more puppets?
That is a very good point. My real question is, do you want to fight Puppet?
If everyone turns around from this huddle.
Yeah, I point over at the giant flesh construct that's
you
over
all
there.
Look over from your huddle, and the flesh construct is just stood next to the door. No emotion, not looking at you, just sort of looking into the middle distance past you.
So, if we give this creature the psi crystal, the hope is, and you're confident that it'll leave, it'll do as it says and head off.
I'm not saying that I trust it to do so. It believes what it says.
This is that hobby situation all over again. If you remember that.
Right. Well, at least we didn't
guys.
murder the first part of it.
Question: do we even have the crystal that we're looking for?
We all look at Carrion, who's been having strange
I
dreams.
don't know what you're talking about.
Carrion, could you the stone?
I bring out the stone.
There it is.
Instead, I could have sworn I don't even recall if we had a stone.
I got the stone when we way back when we took out literally the first thing we all did together. I found that crystalline skull, and there was a crystal in it.
Oh, I see.
You found a skull, oddly missing its lower jaw. And sort of
God! Of course it
four
was.
holes underneath where its nose should have been.
Yeah, perfectly normal skull. Anyway.
Oh god, psi crystals are brains. Oh, they're just brains.
These guys have got layers, and each layer is horrific. It's just next layer horrific.
It's like a horrible, horrible onion. It just goes
Mindflayers are like onions. They have layers.
Just horrible
horrific layers.
Why
Just
are we
horrible
speaking of
layers.
layers for?
put that on a
Layers of
shirt.
layers. What?
Right. So, realistically, do we want to have to fight Puppet, him, and you heard him? He's got kids in there, which is
He mentioned children, and I don't like that.
disconcerting. It's very disconcerting.
I have a horrible feeling of what though. I have a horrible. I mean, your imagination runs wild at the best of times, and I'm imagining horrible things when he says children. So, yeah.
Also, even if we go in there, let's say we take down Puppet, we still have to explore this place that they've been living in for however long they've been traveling on this thing.
And we only have his word that there's only those small amount of people in there. There could be an army of Illithid in there, and they might be more standard ones, not the really, really, really short one.
The stories never really did mention any small.
I mean, the books I've read were like they were tall and horrible and would try to eat your brains the second they saw you. And I mean, I doubt that bit, but and also they'd mentioned that they talk into your mind. This guy's not been, which is weird.
Yeah, speaking out loud.
Would I be able to work out that he read my mind?
You felt
presumably?
a presence, yes.
Yeah.
You would be able to know that he poked in there.
He read my mind to find out that Carrion had the stone, the Psy crystal.
I don't want to say that was a. I'm sorry that happened to you, and that was honestly very rude on his part. But also, I feel like you were just spinning him a fucking yarn.
Well, I didn't want Carrion to get his head ripped off because he found out we had one on us.
He was already willing to trade for it.
I felt we were in a better position to say we can get one, but we don't have one on us now. But
and then what, we go away for 5 minutes and then come trudging back with it, like we didn't have it the entire time.
Walk off stage.
Of course, pursued by Puppet.
Just because I feel like saying we've got it on us now, like he will not want us to leave.
I think he's perfectly content with us leaving as long as we give him the stone.
That's a particular definition of perfectly content.
Well, he's not hungry, is he?
I don't know. I don't like these creatures, and I might not want to fight them, but I don't want to give them.
He's very squishy. He looks moist.
He's very goopy.
Moist.
And I feel the voice in the sky can't stop doing the voice now.
It's easier this way.
Also, Stanza says he's cuddly. Just give him a cuddle.
No.
I feel if you were to like press your hand against his face and took it away, there'd be still the outline of your hand.
Oh, there's like a little bit of give to his flesh, like that.
He becomes like a slime. Like there's those slimes.
Well, no, technically Illithids do have skulls. We have seen them.
I mean, if we were to just say, let's say we just left right now, what is he going to do?
Send Puppet after us.
Send Puppet after us, and even if we get away from Puppet, Carrion's still going to have bad dreams.
Yeah,
and more importantly, he does have a box that detects the crystal.
Aye.
Yeah, but
so whether we give it to him or not, he's going to find it.
They don't seem to like the atmosphere, though.
Well, he's got Puppet. He's probably got other minions he could get to do his bidding. I don't know what this guy can do. Like I said, it's like he could read your mind. He might be able to make people do shit.
So, what who wants to give him the or trade? Trade him.
I would like to trade.
Yeah.
I would like to trade because it might stop these dreams.
I think we should ask about the dreams as well, just to see if he knows what's causing that.
I think that is a very smart idea. Aye.
Yeah.
We're going to trade it to him then? Aye.
Yeah.
What do you think, Snicket and Trench?
You two have been mighty quiet this adventure.
Yeah, with your votes, we could get a deadlock. So.
Yeah.
I think we should trade. They both say in unison.
With oddly the same voice.
And basically, like, someone moved them out, like, we should trade.
Both looking into the middle distance, eyes unfocused.
And like somehow you see somebody move, like you see a hand go in their mouth, and they're just like moving the bottom jaw or something.
They suspiciously also have like
just moves the bottom jaw of their.
I think they should trade.
And autumn.
They've got really dark sunglasses on, and they're just like limply standing there.
What is it, like
Weekend at Bernie's style.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say like I don't like making this deal. I don't want to give them the crystal. I think these are bad people. Like the baddest, right? But
I think everybody's bad.
And so far I've generally been proven right.
You're not wrong.
To be fair, you have been.
But I'm happy. Well, not happy. I am willing to go along with the group consensus on this.
Right.
But proceed with extreme caution.
Proceed with extreme caution. All right. In Undercommon, I'll say, Dread Vax, we've come to a conclusion.
He hops down the stairs, floating slightly above the stairs.
I want to imagine that this is a Nautaloid that's been made for a regular Mind Flayer, and so everything's just too big for him.
Oh yeah, everything is like designed for Mind Flayers, like 6 foot tall, and he just sort of floats above the ground a little bit off the ground. And every so often you can see that he just will need to float up slightly higher to deal with things that are on the higher shelves, or that's what Puppet's for.
I really want to ask him about his height, but that's incredibly rude. You can't ask a person why are they short. It could be a condition. It could be, it could be anything.
Hey,
it's
Dax.
rude.
Dax, I could ask him.
You have come to a consensus?
Aye, we're willing to trade for it. We do have a couple of questions to ask of you before the transaction happens. If that's agreeable.
We have not had company in quite some time.
My friend Carrion here is been plagued with the most unusual of dreams as of late. Karen, what was that phrase you kept hearing?
Pause. No, it's dream. Nautaloid down. Emergency protocols enable crew safe, but vessel imperiled. Side crystal needed. Come at once.
You have detected the distress signal.
The distress signal.
It is a signal we send when we are in distress.
It's not cool, Carrie.
Oh my god.
So is it just that because I have the crystal, it's doing
You
that?
are sensitive to it. There will have been others who will have been able to hear it. Those who are sensitive to the psychic waves.
I'm just imagining him getting
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was a camera, it probably would have been
A
fleckled with
little
So-
hand has come out from behind the camera and just wiped off the lens.
Yeah.
with a cloth.
Even though he stood all the way over there, I feel that some of us may have been hit.
I think that's probably Cherish or Dax.
The second question we have, please don't think us rude.
Sorry,
by
those
asking this,
dreams
but-
will end if we leave. Just so you know.
Oh, wonderful, even better. Please don't think us insensitive for acting this, but most of the stories we had about illithids or Mindflayers, you strike quite an imposing figure.
Are you suggesting that the great dread of Vex does not strike an imposing score?
No, we're not saying. Of course, you're very imposing, but
you're very
normally.
frightening.
But normally, descriptions are. He kind of like indicates about 3 foot with his hand, and then just go. They normally it just goes up to just like about his height.
Aye.
Dredavex was once a gnome.
Oh,
That explains it.
Dax is
Right.
just like shaking his head and just being like, nope, like quietly, but
So
Do
was
forgive us.
Vorin.
It was.
The other one you mentioned. That he just kind of looks to Bryn, because I know Bryn was the one up here when he mentioned that person.
Aye.
Yes. Vorin is on the command deck fixing our helm.
Oh, there's more of you?
And you said you had 3 children?
Yes, you could call them children.
God.
They come out to be fucking brain legs on it.
What do you mean by that?
Out of character, by the way.
What do you call them?
Rin, Brex, and Slud. You have heard of theramorphosis.
Oh,
Just
Okay.
Carrion wipes some spit from his eyes.
I have. I believe I rolled very poorly on knowing what these guys are, and how things happen. What do you mean by that?
I think I've worked it out as a person.
I believe when we did when I first started having the dreams, we did checks. I believe I succeeded in it, because that's why I know what a Nautaloid is and everything.
Oh,
Yes.
right. So you probably would have told us and said.
So
"Hmm,
I don't think I would have mentioned Ceramorphosis, because Ceramorphosis is horrible.
yeah.
But it's just kind of like Ceramorphosis is how they're made. They put tadpoles in your brain.
It is
Thank you.
sometimes not a perfect transformation. Sometimes you turn into the perfect life forms, such as Dredavex and myself. I am Dredavex, and Vorin, who is upstairs fixing the helm. And sometimes you turn into squidlings.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
They are imperfect.
So they're already squidlings.
Yes.
Insight check?
Would you like to see one?
If you can bring it out,
I'm
this
I'm
moment, Cher's just gonna
so
carefully cover her head with the hoodie. She's just get herself
I am-
this is making my head feel funny and I
I-
don't like it.
I looked at Dax and I say, I might be curious, but I think we should just get the items and go.
I mean, I think Puppet's gone to get one.
Puppet takes a step back into the darkness of the hold, and Dredavex turns and just looks at the staircase.
Does this mean that they took 3 people not long ago, they kidnapped them, and put these weird things in them to make them like this?
And
Possibly.
you hear a gooey squelching sound coming from the top of the staircase.
Oh Oh wait, no, I think I know what these things.
It just sounds like squiggle coming
I
down.
know. I know what they look like.
Oh,
And unlike Dreadovex, who's
perfect life form.
floated down the staircase,
oh.
tentacles goop down the staircase, dragging behind it the shape. 2 large tentacles drag behind the shape of a 3-foot tall, squid-faced creature.
Nope.
And
Show the picture, John.
Is the
Let
music
You
playing
are
or just me
a-
break? I think I broke the music.
Oh, aren't you just a creature? Oh,
No, thank you.
Yeah, do we have like napalm in this world?
Oh my god!
So adorable.
Why it's so adorable, but I never fucking get to possess my brain.
So,
I'm also
so
gonna read.
the little creature with legs and arms, is that like a remnant of the original person, or is that am I understanding this wrong?
This is Rin the Squidling. Sorry, this is Rix the Squidling. I forgot which token I brought downstairs.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, my parents do that when they get our names wrong. So those,
I did take my
Listen to me.
ma a couple of tries when I went back.
This is why we have called them Rin, Rix, and Zglud. Because we will not confuse the Glud with anyone else.
My God.
Oh,
Fair enough.
the creature sort of looks up at you and
no, thank you.
Did it just laugh?
it did.
Oh God.
Okay.
You just hear like
Dax, as it sort of does
Gareth
this
make a
weird,
verbal, like,
goopy, giggling sound, you work out, that's what we were listening to earlier.
oh god.
What's so funny?
He has a childish sense of humor.
God, oh my god.
Right.
And in fact, I am a little bit worried that Rin and Zglud are left alone with the propulsion room for too long.
You better.
Right. Shall we commence with the trade then?
Oh.
Yes, feel free to come inside and we will show you what we have.
Can you just describe what you got?
Yeah, do you have an inventory, like a list we can?
I think it might be best if I think we should all go inside. If
You are all welcome inside as long as you do not harm anyone.
as long as you promise to do the same.
You are
Except-
safe here.
And you won't try and make us perfect because the definitions of harm might be different.
We do not have any tadpoles at this time. Perfection will unfortunately have to wait for you another time.
Oh no!
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
the last thing I want in the entire world is to go in there, but I don't think there's much point in just me waiting outside. Even though it's a rescue thing, I don't, so let's do that.
Kind of wipes my feet before I go in.
Yeah, it's a respectful thing of just.
Come up the stairs.
And I'm going to purposely, take a more awkward path to avoid Puppet. Very...
There we go.
I love how we have these conversations about morals sometimes, and typically, I'm made to feel like I'm the bad guy, and then we end up making deals with these people.
Come with me up the stairs.
Just let him.
I mean, there surely is. I have a random cat going full on zoomies in the flat right now.
So what was the other name that he kept saying about the other? Vorin.
Oh God.
So you must be Vorin. We've heard so much about you.
Yes, I am Vorin. I have heard of you too. And he just largely ignores you and keeps working on this strange... let me find the description of it.
Is it a spell jammer?
I've lost people.
They went up the other set of stairs.
Like a double-backed staircase you went.
Suspended from the ceiling of this room is a complex lattice of bioluminescent jellyfish that use the glowing tips of their tendrils to form constellations. A high-backed chair with short armrests capped with blue crystal orbs tilts up towards the display. A panel on the starboard wall lies open, exposing a pulsing tendril of flesh embedded with crystal shards, and Vorin is sort of working on the chair and has got what looks like some form of glowing wrench that he is using to fine-tune the crystals in the armrests of the chair.
I'm imagining he's got like an oily rag and like a cigarette out the corner of his mouth. And he's going to give us a quote.
Meanwhile, Dredavex goes to a door? An orifice within the Nautaloid, and as he approaches it, the wall just sort of retracts and opens.
No, it's fine.
Come inside, I have the things here somewhere.
I mean, there's creepy light coming from in there.
Just gonna go over here. There's like a pool of some kind in there.
This section of the dome chamber is filled with clutter piled atop a table with 1 foot high legs. Behind the table is a 5 foot diameter crystal sphere mounted on a low stand. 5 strange glowing gizmos are attached to the chitinous walls 7 feet above the floor that look like the tips of magic wands held in their pincer claws. And Dredavex has just gone over to the table and is just rummaging through the table and quickly finds another box about the same size as a bar of soap, this one pure silver, and he just presses one button on it and there is sort of a sound, and you can see these the 5 glowing gizmos in the roof just dim in colour.
I have turned off the security device in this room.
Right.
You are safe for now.
Were we not safe a moment ago?
If I was not in here, then no, you would not have been safe.
I see. Like, it's security, yeah.
This is designed to stop people who are not illithid from being in this room.
Do many non-illithids want to come in here?
Not for long.
And then he starts going through the junk again and pulls out a sticky metal monocle.
Is everything going to be sticky?
Probably. With a kaleidoscopic lens. This monocle does something very cool that I'm just looking up the notes for. This monocle, if you wear it over your eye, allows you to see better than normal at ranges of 1 foot. You have advantage on intelligence investigation checks that rely on sight while studying an object up close while wearing this.
Hang on a second.
just Dreadifex coughs a few times. Oh, that's better. Oh, trying to get that on.
And then he goes and rummages through another portion of the table. And this... And he holds up a slimy-looking cap. A coif. You can't quite tell what it's made of. This will allow you some of the psychic powers that the perfect illicit possess. This will allow you a form of telepathy.
So cool.
This will function as a helm of telepathy.
Ooh.
While wearing the helm, you can use an action to cast the Detect Thoughts spell. And as long as you are maintaining concentration on that spell, you can use a bonus action to send a message to a creature that you are focused on. It can reply to you, using a bonus action to do so while your focus on it continues. You can also use an action to cast the Suggestion spell on that creature. Once used, the Suggestion property cannot be used again until the next dawn. We are willing to part with both of these in exchange for Psi Crystal that will allow us to leave this planet.
What else do you have?
We can take it by force if required.
We don't want that. Neither of us want that.
Neither do we wish to attempt it. It is beneath us when we could be civilized.
Right.
That's true.
I looked at Dax. Take both of them.
Yeah.
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 Right. Karen, if you would do the honors, please.
I pull out the Psi Crystal and I place it upon the table.
Fabulous.
It is notably not slimy.
It will be slimy soon.
Don't worry, we'll slime it up good.
We'll slime it up real good.
Do you have a slimy one already? That's what he wants to ask. That's how normally we.
It's just I didn't know it wouldn't be slimy.
The eBay filters. There's a slimy already feature.
I will install this in the propulsion room, and we shall be underway.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Yes.
We're leaving
Yes.
So we shall leave before you do that.
That would be wise unless you wish to come with us.
Not at all.
Not currently, thank you very much.
We do not have any more cryogenic chambers,
Yep,
so
yep.
it would be a long trip.
It's just we've grabbed the cool shit. We're
Yeah.
running out.
Then we're going. And we're going by puppet. And we're gone. Speaking of, I'll be
Where
right
am I?
back.
Oh no, Carrion's got lost.
I've somehow ended up here, like on the other side, like on the other side of the thing from the stairs. No.
Like, I think we should get a distance away as well. Like, just let's.
I do invisible dread. Invisible dread effects. We're thinking of calling them.
The door shunk, slide shut, and you.
We did have our axe beaks for like nearby, didn't we?
Yes.
I'm immediately running to my axe. Getting on. I'm fucking right.
As you run to the axe beaks, on the Nautaloid, Dredovex heads to the small propulsion room where he had secluded the three squidlings so that they were safe as you entered the ship. And he opens a small chamber that he had been working on previously and detaches a charred fist-sized crystal and places the non-charred fist-sized crystal that you bought him into the chamber, and the metallic pincers that held the old crystal reconnect, and there is a as power starts to flow back through the ship. And as you get on the axe beaks and you ride a distance away, the Nautaloid picks up out of the ground, and the tentacles just start moving almost as if it is a octopus swimming through the water as it picks up into the sky and angles upwards and just disappears into the distance. And as it sort of crests the horizon over the mountain range, Carrion, you just hear in your head, "It was a pleasure doing business with you."
You tries to think it as well as say it. You too.
Please leave me alone now. Be gone.
And the Nautaloid just disappears into the distance.
Just goes small dot.
Well, we did a terrible thing today, so there's that.
I don't know what you're talking about. We helped some people in need. Let's go.
We think you did a very good thing.
No.
We turn around. He stood there. I'm coming with you.
Hello. We notice there are not enough small people in your party this session. We wish to join the small squad.
Yeah, but you're over 5 foot. It won't count.
We are 3
not 5 foot. He's 3 foot.
I thought he said it was 5 foot. I messed that up.
No, Puppet was like 6 foot tall.
Oh.
The Dredovex
Okay.
and Thorin were both about 3 to 3.5 feet tall.
Oh my god.
If I see him again, I'm going to hit him with half a brick. So. Oh,
You just hear it. Do you have half a brick?
I've got a hole where I can break it into, and
What would you
Hey.
guys like to do now?
I feel like I need a massive freaking sleep or a hot bath after this, everybody.
Oh man, you know what? Like we're gonna go to some town in like a week, and half the population's gonna vanish because the Nautaloid showed up.
I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds highly unlikely.
Well, okay, but the reality is, it might not be a town near us, but there's gonna be some town somewhere where.
You're thinking too hard on this. It's fine. You just need to. He just slumped on the back speak. It's just fine.
Yeah, let's just get somewhere warm, please. I've had enough of this area already.
Go somewhere, anywhere.
We can probably go back to Goodmead. That's the closest by, isn't it? Or is it? What's the next town closest by than Goodmead?
I think.
I want to say Honeymead, but it's not Honeymead.
I think it's Goodmead is the closest.
Yeah,
Let
let's
me-
head back.
Let me double check the map for you guys, because Dax would know this. From where you are at the moment, actually the closest place, by a little bit, it's about the same distance, but maybe a few hours ride less would be Dugan's Hole.
Dugan's Hole.
Oh, isn't that
We've
like
got
some werewolves or something that we've got to deal with?
Yeah, I think they're being besieged by wolves.
This is fine.
I believe the other thing you do know about Dugan's Hole, just to remind you of it, in case note takers are not present right now. You found a you found the Durgar map on the East Haven ferry.
Mm-hmm.
And Dugan's Hole was listed, had dwarven runes next to it that translated to first. You don't know what this means.
Don't we have to go back to Goodmead anyway?
We typically have to go back to that cave, get their things, their supplies, and bring them to them.
Yeah. We should do that, at least.
It'll be a few days of ride to do that.
Is it a few days of ride to get to the other place as well?
Well, it's a few days ride. It's about a day's ride to get back to the cavern. And then it's another 8 hours of ride to get back from the cavern to Goodmead. It's probably about a day and a half to get to Dugan's Hole. It's up to you, obviously.
I say Goodmead, because I think we're going to probably want to go back there anyway just to settle this stuff, so...
It's probably for the best to get that done, because then that's that crossed off.
Yeah, I think we should just head back to there and then give it back to Goodmead.
Okay.
Well, we could just tell them about the cavern. We don't actually have to go there.
But then they might find those first items, and then one person there will be fucked.
You're suddenly very concerned about the fate of one person when 10 minutes ago we were, sending that ship off.
think a certain Snicket has revived and stopped acting like a T-poser.
Yay. What was that?
Snick,
about the ship?
Snicket, you should have been there. I think we could have done with your brand of throwing a spanner in the works.
Actually, no.
Oh,
if
no,
he
I
was
wanted to repair this thing. I had a great idea.
It was already occupied, so.
Well, okay, we steal it from them.
No, it's gone now.
No.
Sorry.
Oh. No, I was thinking we could repair it and then use it to fly around in.
That's too bad.
We
It's
did.
already gone now.
We did
Bye.
repair it. They repair.
Snicket is sad now. Sad Snicket noises.
It's fine. We'll come back again for you some other time.
So back to cave, back to good meat, all that shit.
You head back to the cave, and Dax, with his superior
Spider-Man.
superior Spider-Man skills, guides you back to the cave, and
But do we have to call him Otto now?
could I get Jeff? You've just arrived.
I am. Would you like me to roll something for you?
I'd love you to roll me a dice.
Ooh.
What dice would I love you to roll me? I'd love you to roll me a
I have
D8,
many dice to offer you.
please.
A D8?
A D8,
You never
please.
get to roll a D8. 6.
Excellent. Could you roll me 2D4?
I'll go on to the combat encounter screen, eh?
Yeah.
Well, hey. The back. Sorry, I disappeared there. Oh, hi, Jeff.
Hey.
For everyone listening in, and for everyone here, it is it is American Mother's Day.
Yeah, that is true.
So,
And my mom just called me
mothers.
because she hadn't received my card and got worried.
Oh.
So, but I love my mom. She's a fantastic lady, and I hope another year of good happiness and good things as she takes the day off. Anyway, what's happening? What did I miss?
We're gonna die.
Ah, I know.
You've set off back for the cavern where the mead was saved, and you ride for another few hours until the sun sets, and then Dax sets up a camp for you all to sleep through the night. You're a little bit over halfway back to the cavern at this point. And could I get Kiri? Could you roll me a d20, and Tanny, could you roll me a d20 plus 1?
Oh. Gulp.
Last time this happened.
Deep.
This out here.
Okay. Who is taking first watch?
I can.
I will as well.
Okay, I'm going to just move us away from the Nautaloid because it's not here anymore.
Whoa! We found the place that we killed.
Get rid of some of these things that aren't here anymore as well.
Oh,
Damn it,
is the
Jeff.
owlbear no longer here?
No, the owlbear's still here, but I'm going to give it its
Yay.
proper circular token now.
Nice.
You take first watch, Brim, and sorry, I forgot who else is.
Me.
Snicket. Brim and Snicket, you take first watch. Is there anything you wish to discuss as the watch starts? You can say no if there isn't.
Not really.
I can think of no.
Okay.
No. I think we just have idle chat and we share mugs of more stew.
Yay!
Shh! Don't tell no one about this. We're having thirds. We are.
I just like pet Oswald as he's there.
Oswald's just sort of curled up and he's snoring quite relaxed.
I'm really glad that Oswald is so friendly. I don't. It's good.
He nearly wasn't, you know.
He nearly wasn't. You look like you had that. You look like you had that really under control.
Could you guys roll me a perception check for your watch?
Of course. What is that little doohickey you used, by the way?
I don't know. It just seemed the right thing to do.
Right. Okay. That's
I don't know where I got it from.
Well, I'm glad it worked.
So if you like, I can offer to help on that one, give him an advantage if that will help. If that's a thing that can be done.
That can be done.
Sure.
Roll it again.
Roll again and see if you get better than an 18.
Righty then. Nope.
Ah, I tried.
About an hour into your watch, Brim.
Oh yeah.
You hear the trudging sound of footsteps.
Hi, Snicket, you hearing that?
He's pointed out to me. Yeah. Everybody's asleep, aren't they?
Aye, everyone accounted for. And I will stand up, leaving my like fifth mug of soup on the floor, and just sort of bring out my little club that looks like it's just like a well-made club with what looks like was once like a mace handle just sort of on the bottom of it. Looks like it's been attached to that. Can I tell which direction it's coming from?
From where you are at the moment, they are sort of traveling across your path. So whereas you are heading from south to north, they are heading from west to east. And so it's coming from currently the west of where you are camping.
Are the footsteps coming towards our camp, or are they just heading sort of around it?
They aren't heading directly at your camp. They are getting closer, but they're going to pass by to the north of the camp.
Do you want to let them pass by? I think we should let them pass by.
I agree. There's no need in angering strangers out in the wild.
Should we try and hide the fire?
Well, they're not being particularly stealthy about it, and travelers on the road should show warmth. If they do not mean us any harm, no. Let's keep the fire going. It'll keep the rest of us warm.
Okay.
A few minutes pass from when you first hear it to when you first actually see what is causing the footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 dwarves crest the horizon wearing cold weather gear, goggles, and snowshoes, and two of them are pulling over their, two of them have over their shoulders rope going back to a sleigh that is filled with trout.
Huh.
It's a trout. They got the trout.
Hi.
And they're just two of them are just sort of grumbling amongst each other, and they're just sort of trudging along the road.
Snicket, could you do us a favor and could you fill my cauldron with snow and begin to mix for me? I'm going to go out and meet them.
Okay.
I'll take a few steps out of camp and just sort of, if I sort of make myself sort of kind of obvious, and if it's possible to quietly shout.
How can we quietly shout at somebody?
Or just sort of like, I'd like to sort of I'd like to remain within like eyesight of Snicket, but like just if I could get out of earshot of the majority of the camp, I'd like to do that.
I'll continue shoveling snow into the cauldron that makes stew out of snow.
Yeah.
As soon as you become obvious from the from where the dwarves are, they sort of stop, and one of them at the back hasn't noticed the rest of the group stopping. He's just got his head down and just sort of walks into the back of the person in front of him. And then they all sort of look up and just sort of nod at you.
I raise a hand in greeting and just say, "Oh, brothers, how's the catch?"
"It is fine, and we are just wishing to get home this evening."
Of course. Didn't mean to stop you.
Then fuck off.
You've got quite a load there. Do you have? Would you like some soup to warm me on your way?
The lead one starts to sort of think about, and two of the others. "Yeah, all right then.
Yeah. All right.
It's been a while."
Of course. I just give me a moment. I'll. What I should warn you. One of my companions is a goblin. He's a good one. Let me just get my cauldron and I'll bring some over for you. And I'd like to, with Snicket's help, move the now full cauldron of hot soup over to where they could easily sort of dunk mugs in. And
you'll never guess what flavour it is.
What flavour is it?
It's snow flavour.
The cauldron.
One of them sips. It's got a lot of flavour. It's not got snow flavour at all.
What he means is that the cauldron is magical and can make snow into food.
You got a magical cauldron that makes food?
Aye.
What the fuck are we doing fishing for?
Where are you bound to?
We're making our way to Dugan's Hollow to sell some fish. Dugan's Hole, even, that's the name of the place. Hollow is a different place entirely. That doesn't exist.
But holes are hollow, surely.
I mean, arguably, you're correct, yes.
Right, well, we've been to Dugan's Hole, haven't we?
Not yet.
Sure we have.
Not yet.
We haven't. The name sounds familiar, that's the thing, I'm sure.
It's one of the places you've discussed going to.
Yeah.
Have you been trudging for long? It's the middle of the night. Are you far out of Dugan's Hole then?
We're not going to make it tonight, but we're just trying to find somewhere to camp down for the evening.
Oh, we've got a sort of a setup quite nicely out of the way. Most of our companions are asleep, and we've got
we want to impose.
I sort of looking back into the camp. Do you think we have is there enough sort of room? Do you think if they didn't mind the owlbear?
Space.
Don't worry about Oswald. He's friendly enough.
we do have a bit of a tamed owlbear.
They
with us.
look from Oswald to the Axebeaks to the sleeping Cherish and Carrion and AJ and Dax's antlers.
Carrion skulls.
Carrion's trio of skulls, and to Snicket and his goblinness. And the lead one just turns to you, Brimmet. You have some interesting traveling companions.
Interesting times forge interesting bonds.
Why do so many of them have horns?
You know, I haven't really asked.
Horns are cool.
God, you should be asking about being girls fucking scene. Can I just go ask about if they got whores? That's just so.
Is that the Avian of Joy?
It's the Avian of Joy.
One of them, the one at the back who'd sort of walked into the back of the group. Oh, I saw them perform once.
He owes me $50.
Like I said, we can move our stuff about and make room if you'd like.
Well, if you say we're not imposing, we'd be very grateful.
No, of course. Let me just while you pull the sled in, I'm going to. Did we decide who's next on watch?
I think we have already.
I was going to say I was going to do it.
Yeah, that was the you two were the people I was going to go to. I will. I'll head over to Dax. If you could just wait a moment for me, and sort of just lightly sort of shake him awake and just go. Dax, some dwarven fishermen from heading to Dugan's Hole are stopping by for the night.
Oh.
Okay.
They're just looking for some place to camp. I've shared some stew with them. They seem above board as they are carrying quite the sled of trout.
Well, the trout could be suspicious.
Okay, yeah.
I've said that they can. We can move our stuff to one side, and they can stay the night with us before moving on again in the morning.
Fine.
I'm just warning you because you said you would be next on watch.
Yeah, I don't want to murder them if I.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, just a fair warning.
We would appreciate that as well.
Yeah, of course. I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
They sort of the six dwarves pull the sled in and sort of tuck into one corner of the camp, and just sort of all set up, get the bedrolls off of their backpacks and set up a dwarven corner of the camp that they will sleep in.
Yeah, I make sure everyone's fed.
They will take plenty of stew before they fall asleep for a long night's rest.
Mm. Snicket, could you do me a favor and would you mind moving Oswald to the other side of the camp, please?
I'll try. And it probably takes me a little bit of coaxing to get Oswald to move over. He's probably very reluctant to, but I guess I manage
sort of
it.
gets up and heads over towards the new dwarves and just starts sniffing.
No, friends. These are friends.
And then
it's more of a catch that I'm worried about.
Slowly moves away from them and just sort of huddles down on the other side of the camp.
Oh, good boy.
I am gonna. What am I looking at? I'm looking at. Yes. Okay. Before the leader of them, before they go to sleep properly, I'll just come over and say, how much for one of your trout, if you don't mind me asking?
1 trout I can do for 1 gold.
Just remind them how much room and board is, okay?
Yeah, I can do, Dax. Get some sleep. You've got to be up in 2 hours.
Yeah, my business sense of it.
Yeah, of course
My
they were
business
tingling.
sense
Yeah,
is
of course.
tingling.
Can I pick the trout if I give you a gold?
Yes.
I give him a gold, and I find like a large trout, not the biggest they have, but a large trout.
Okay. You find a sizable trout.
What's it when they were saving?
I would then like to spend sort of the last couple hours of the watch, like deboning and using my cook's utensils to like strip the fish of all of its meat, and like package them away in some of the like leftover rations wrappers that I have.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. You can easily do that in the time that you have, and you just sort of tear the fish apart expertly and save as much meat in the different packs as you can.
And then I would also like to give the head of the fish and a good like sort of sized portion of like a good like solid cube of the meat. I will just sort of like leave them next to Oswald.
You set
then...
it down and you think he's asleep, and it's just gone.
Sorry if you heard any cat noises, guys. She's decided to rub herself against the mic.
It's all right.
If you heard anything, just in case.
Cherish, your watch passes and you fall asleep. Cherish and Dax, is there anything you two wish to discuss on your watch?
Well, Dax is very unhappy about the day's events and feels we've done a terrible, terrible thing. And,
Cherish will listen and like lend her ear for Dax to vent about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's understandable, but at least that he won't have any more dreams about it.
Oh, I'm all for helping carry on with his dreams. Just, I don't know, like some days the party seems to be quite interested in doing small good things for people, and I feel like today we've done a big bad thing. So
yeah.
If you had like a set of scales and you were weighing them up, I think we've just put a big weight on the bad side.
Could you roll me a perception check, the pair of you?
Perception check.
Yes, please.
To perceive into Dax's soul, to see how unhappy.
11.
$24.
The 3 hours of your watch pass by with the average sounds of the predators of the night, but nothing that catches your attention that causes any danger towards your group. And if you have nothing more to discuss, Carrion and AJ can take their watch.
Not a fish. Where are these doors doing it?
And Carrion, for you, it's been the first average night's sleep you've had for about a week and a half. Normal dreams, whatever it is that Carrion normally dreams about, have returned.
They're so wonderful. I won't describe them here because they're too wonderful for me.
But for once you're waking up without the ringing sound of the words Nautaloid down, etc., in your head. You don't have a sudden urge to set off southward towards the mountain range.
Well, good.
You are surrounded suddenly by dwarves and fish, which is unusual and presumably gets explained to you what's happening. And then I'm going to ask you and AJ to both roll me perceptions. Cool.
Ah.
Okay. You'll
And
watch.
it's unknown whether or not we and AJ would discuss anything because I wanted to discuss something with them last time, but obviously they're not here, so I can't. I don't know if there's anything to continue.
It continues to. The conversation of your watch continues to be a mystery for this moment.
Yep.
And eventually the rest of the group comes to consciousness. The dwarves wake up and set back off towards Dugan's Hole. The young one that had been the one to bump into the back of the party heads off happily clutching the piece of paper he asked AJ to sign before he left. Which I will assume that AJ signed, but we'll see if AJ did anything.
I feel it's most likely they would, but obviously we'll see.
But at least in this headcanon at the moment, the dwarf happily leaves with a signature from the Avian of Joy. And as you set back off towards the caverns, could I have another D20 roll? Could I get one from Jeff and Sean? Could you roll me a D20 plus 1?
D20.
Okay,
Plus
D20.
one.
Yay!
12, 13. How got me here?
Okay.
How long have people?
The ice opens up suddenly.
Yep.
Walrus hole.
Okay, that's fine.
The dwarves all
Wallow's
turn against us.
Betsy hole.
The trouts all turn against us.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
It doesn't sound
For?
Ranger.
Who's it fine for?
You trudge. You Axbeaks trudge back towards the cavern, and about an hour before you arrive, the snow picks up, the wind starts blowing, and it becomes a proper blizzard.
Oh no.
No.
With Dax's assistance, he can keep guiding you towards the cavern.
Dax! Where are we going?
But it's not easy going. Dax, as you are the leader of the group for this leg of the journey, could I get you to roll me a perception check, please?
Perception.
Okay.
14.
could you please arrange yourselves on this battle map?
Oh boy.
A battle map, you say? Can it be a friend map?
A friendly map.
A map of friendship.
You are currently traveling this way.
Okay.
So, whomsoever
the
is
axe?
leading the group will be at the front.
Dax, get to the
That'll be
front.
Dax.
Be
I'm
next to
assuming
us,
this
would.
is my axe beak.
If you can move it, it's yours.
Yeah, I
Go
can't
next to
move it.
Oswald.
That's me. Yeah, besides.
I would be somewhere within the middle. Because I do not wish to be.
I'll be bringing up the rear then.
Did AJ not get an axe beak?
No.
Nope, because they can fly. Was there?
Let's
I
explain.
believe their primary argument is it's a bird, they're a bird, it would be weird.
But now there's an owl bear here, which is also a bird.
It makes
Also
sense.
a bear, though.
True.
About half an hour out from the cavern, you've been going through a blizzard and your vision disappears after about 10 feet. You can just about make out each other as you sort of trudge through the snow. Still able to travel at a reasonable pace because Dax is guiding you and making sure that you don't get separated through this. But unfortunately, that doesn't always help. And just a moment too late,
Hell fucking no.
Oh
a
no.
pair of blue eyes blur out of the snow, and you are surprised as a Yeti attacks.
I just say because of when the feats are taken, I can't be surprised. But if you want to DM overrule that, I understand entirely.
You aren't surprised by this, but everybody else is, because they
I'm very
didn't take
surprised.
your
I don't know about
feat.
you.
Yep.
I'm very surprised. Is it initiative time?
It is initiative time.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, we've had a long rest. Ha 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 ha.
You would have had a long rest at this point, yes.
Oh.
Betsy acts on my turn as well.
If-
I'm gonna click long rest. I don't think I actually used any spells or anything during the last day, but just in case I did. Anyway, initiative. I'm gonna roll initiative. I am there.
You are very initiatived.
Doesn't matter. I can't do anything this turn.
God, did I roll a 1?
Oh, Dax.
Yeah, but then I added 8 to it.
Oh, mate.
Fight.
Let me get the combat music.
Dax, BR,
going.
meat shield.
And we're going to get down to the Yeti who gets an action on this turn. Which is going to be starting off with... he looks past Dax at Cherish,
Oh, okay.
and his eyes just flash blue.
Okay.
Cherish,
Jesus.
it's me, your father.
Oh my god.
Cherish,
Your
could you
brother.
make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, shite.
Oh no.
Constitution saving, you say? Oh,
Yes.
God.
Save your constitution.
Saving.
Save your constitution.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
That's
You against this will take 3. If they're successful, the effect has. Yep, you're fine. No
Yay.
damage. Which is not what can be said of Dax, who is going to have 2 claw attacks made against them.
Yay!
That is a 20 and a 16 to hit.
I think they both hit. I think 16 is my armor class. Yep, it is.
Okay, it just sort of leaps out, its eyes glow, and then it just rends its claws through you for 13 points of damage and 11 points of damage on the second attack.
So that's 24.
24 total.
Now I've got 5 temporary hit points. So that's 19 I need to take off.
Yes.
Yes. 19. Okay. Oh, that looks bad.
Reeling from that, what would you like to do with your turn? As you are not surprised by this, as you are a keen observer of wilderness.
As the Yeti first approaches, I'm going to say Max, because Max was our neighbour when we were growing up, who was a Yeti. But I don't think it is Max.
Doesn't seem to be Max.
We were on good terms.
It doesn't seem to be Max. He seems to be more content with eating you.
I mean, Max maybe wanted to eat him.
Right. I am once again going to...
1 second, I'm just getting up my list of all of the tokens from D&D Beyond. Carry on.
I'm going to conjure... Because I went for it last time, a giant constrictor. Using that,
yes.
That thing. I think that's my third one I've used of them.
This will be your third one.
Yes. And I'm going to bring that out. And that'd be my action, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And
so you bring out the giant constrictor again.
Yes. And just drop it like right next to where I am.
And then I just need to double check that is conjure animals.
Yes.
Which I believe that's the last use you get of it from the blessing you have.
It was 3 or 5, but I'll double check. I did write it down, but quite possibly, yeah. I mean, you gave it to us, so you probably have a good.
So they roll their own initiative. Cool. Do you issue any orders to the giant constrictor snake?
Attack the Yeti.
Constrict the Yeti.
Do you want me to just very specifically tell it what to do, or?
However specifically you feel you need to tell the giant constrictor snake to do its thing.
Constrict it. Yeah, that worked well last time.
Anything with a bonus action on your turn, or?
Absolutely, because I'm in a bad way. Would I be able to hex it?
Yes.
It is a bonus action, but I wasn't sure, having used that spell.
You would be able to hex it.
Okay, I shall hex it.
You focus on it, and the shadows around it just grow darker.
And then I will just hope I don't die.
Carrion.
Stop, bitch.
With Brim on deck.
I am going to have a look at this spell. So I can never remember what the distance is on it. I think I should be, well within, well. So yeah, I'm going to try and give it an old Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
So.
Let's see how intelligent a Yeti is.
I'm hoping not very, but you never know. No.
Max was very clever.
That's a 1.
So it will take 10 psychic damage, very poor damage, but as it's failed, it can only either move, do an action, or a bonus action. It can't do all.
Okay.
And I don't think I really have anything I can do as a Brucey bonus.
Any movement?
Hang on. I will move back a little. Actually, no, I'm going to move like this way. How far can I? Because I'm currently on my axe beak, so how far can they move?
Axe beaks have a movement speed of 50, I believe. Yeah, 50 feet.
I'm just going to go like 40 over here.
Okay.
Just to spread out a bit, just in case he's got anything like fucking cone of cold or some shit that he's going to.
To spread out a bit. Yeah.
Bye. Brim.
This is all technical.
All right. Okay. Remind me, how much speed do axe beaks have?
50 feet.
50 feet. Wonderful. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Basically, I'd like to. I'm trying to get to the. Yeah, what is that?
45 feet to get to there.
45 feet? I'd like to go. I'd like to go here and then get off my axe beak and sort of just run the rest of the way.
1 second.
Fucking somehow managed to get off my axe beak.
We do have a dismount button.
Thank you. Oh no. Just this one. 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, to here. And then I would like to. Can you guess what I'm gonna do?
You're gonna punch it.
I'm gonna punch it.
I thought you were gonna engage in discourse with it.
No, not this time. Would I have enough movement to get to here? Say.
Yeah, just about.
Actually, from where I am, would I be flanking with the constrictor snake?
You are flanking with a constrictor snake.
Wonderful. Oh, thank goodness. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit.
Wonderful. But no. Hey, look at that, 7 points of damage. And if I believe I would like to spend a key point to do Hands of Harm on this as well.
Okay.
Yes. So I will get damage. Oh no, sorry. I'll just get the damage from this. Ooh.
So that's 8 points of damage.
8 necrotic, yeah.
I'll just have a double damage. That's fine. Yep.
Cool. I'm then going to use my bonus action to end up going to spend a key point there and do flurry of blows. It's almost a 1 on my screen.
That will hit, but you are
really?
technically still at advantage.
Oh, true, yeah.
So roll again, and we'll see if you get a nat 20.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. No, but that's much better.
No, but it hits better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not heavily armored, and he's quite a big, hairy guy, so quite easy to hit. Did just hit with a 12, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
shame. And then last attack, still at advantage. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
There you go.
Nice.
We'll take that.
There you go.
And then there we go. All right. Only slightly better.
You just slam into it again and again, and it's tightly packed muscle, and it almost hurts your hands to like keep hitting it. It's like wiry fern, tightly packed muscle, but it's causing a lot of damage to the creature.
I sort of want him focused on me, so I'm going for like, even though it seems ill-advised, I'm going for stomach. I'm going for joints.
Okay.
Just trying to be as like up in its face as possible.
It is now the turn of the giant snake, who has been told to constrict it, and it just starts like winding itself around the legs and torso of this yeti and pulling its body tight coils around it. But fails to deal any damage to the yeti. But is at advantage, I guess. Because you are at advantage, so it's flanking as well. So it's... no, still doesn't.
Dang.
Cherish.
Right, I get off my axe big, and I'm going to go over here.
Okay.
Right, question. Searing Smite, is it before I
Before you make the attack.
Alright, so I'm going to cast... You're going to add Searing Smite, then.
You pull out the netherlight, and the head of the axe bursts into flames.
Yeah, it didn't seem to let me know that, because I know I've done it. I don't think I've actually, like, there we go. Do that. And then I use the damage first, or just wait for a bit?
Roll to hit, because it's the next time you hit with a melee weapon.
Okay, attack.
With advantage.
21.
That'll hit.
21.
So roll me the damage of the netherlight.
Okay, normal. 5.
And the damage of netherlight.
I forgot about the Searing. I forgot. I was looking at the Searing Smite as you said, netherlight.
And you just cleave through the yeti. There's a giant blinding flash of light, and the yeti just falls to the ground.
Let's just get his head. Slice off.
Okay. You have the head of a yeti.
Big as the head.
It's quite sizable. It's a big creature. It's a giant skull, so it's bigger than your head.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, carry on.
What?
Got this for you. Pulls up the head.
What do you got?
Pete brings up the head of the Yeti to direction to him.
The Yeti's head, just like its jaw hangs open and blood just drips.
I would run over and get it, but alas, I cannot move.
I'm still more done now. Yeah. You can move now.
Right. Well, I would like to get back to that cavern as quickly as possible. Do you know what much further we have to go, Dax?
It's not far. I think it's half an hour or so.
John, is everything on the Yeti besides
No.
No, nothing on the Yeti. Okay.
No, nothing on the Yeti.
It's got a watch.
Maybe I'll just give the head
He's
to...
got the latest Apple Watch. Damn it!
Damn it! I'll just give the head to Carrion. Here you go, buddy.
I take the head. I tie it to the saddle of my axe beak like Geralt from Witcher 3.
Before I give it to him, I just rip a large sharp tooth from the Yeti's mouth.
Okay. So if you
like it.
If you want to make a note on your character sheet, you've got a Yeti tooth. Carrion, you've got a Yeti head.
Inventory.
You travel for another half hour or so and make it back to the caverns. It's sort of it's a little bit after midday at this point. You could load up the cart that Snicket finished reconstructing and press on back to Goodmead.
Yep.
With your with their supplies in tow.
I am quite badly hurt.
I'm horribly maimed.
Would you like to ride in the cart? We can make our way back if you like, or do you want to take an hour?
No, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself, and then we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
Okay, that's not too bad then.
From the cavern, it will take you about 8 hours to. Well, no, wait. It took 8 hours by foot. It will take about 4 hours by Axebeak to get back to Goodmead, which will get you back there late into the afternoon. And you can return the mead. And then I just want to double check how long it takes to get from Goodmead to Dugan's Hole. It would take you another 2 hours to get to Dugan's Hole, so if you want to just head back to Goodmead, drop the stuff off, and head to Dugan's Hole, you could get there just a little bit after nightfall.
Yeah.
Do we get any manner of reward?
I don't believe that was ever discussed with the townspeople of Goodmead.
No, but I'm asking.
It's not like we can't. It's not like we can't ask.
Yeah, big Yeti gashes in me.
Let me have a quick look and see if they can offer you anything.
They can offer you this one bee.
This one corn chip. Also, how many days would it be to get to
2 hours.
2 hours. So you'd be able to get there before, like, just after the sun sets.
What's the town called again? How do you spell it?
Dugan's Hole.
Dugan's Hole.
The Hole of Dugan.
Spelled that wrong. I was spelling it wrong. Gotta leave that there.
Yep. Bear with me as I check notes that I've not checked for a long time.
Oh.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even rest at the time. Tis back into town, by the way. Is there a chance we could do another long rest?
You'll be able to long rest at.
Yeah. And then the plan was we go to Dugan's Hold and then have a long rest.
Okay, we'll do that then.
Why are we going to Dugan's Hole?
Because we have business there.
Nice.
We've heard rumors about there.
Yeah, some werewolves or wolves or something.
I think it's just wolves. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where people are getting where from.
I mean, either.
The people of Goodmead are very happy to hear that you've slayed the Verbi that threatened them, both of them. And as well as offering you free lodging and drink in Goodmead, anytime you wish to return and take them up on that offer, the townsfolk sort of club together. They're in the process of electing a new speaker, but they haven't as of yet elected a new one. But sort of the town present leadership clubs together and suggests that a good offer for you. They will sweeten the deal with Speaker Kendrick's flaming longsword.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you will take that as a reward for avenging him.
Yeah.
That's very generous. That's more than fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Upon hearing this, the people go to the Shrine of Tempest that is in Goodmead, and if any of you go with them, they open the shrine. The paintwork on it's chipped and old, and it doesn't look like it's been maintained very well recently. And in the middle of this shrine, just sort of laying on a plinth for the moment until they can dispose of the body, is the remains of Speaker Kendrick. And they take the flaming longsword and they offer it out to the group. And whom amongst you wishes to wield a flaming longsword?
Me. They're gonna got the netherlight.
I was going to suggest, is anyone else able to use it? Because I believe it's very bad for someone else to have it if they can.
Can rangers, are they proficient with longswords?
Rangers are proficient with simple and martial weapons, so yes.
Yes.
That could work.
Oh. I'll be very happy to have that, because I have no intention of taking any of that crap we got from the Nautaloid.
Oh yeah. Where was that put into party inventory? Party funds and items.
I don't believe it has been.
So, Dax, you now have a bright crimson longsword. Attacks with this weapon deal an additional 1d4 fire damage.
Nice.
On top of your standard longsword damage. I will add that to your character sheet before next time.
Brilliant.
I'm just putting in my notes. Dex get a flaming sword.
As you've brought it up, who does wish to get the magical shit from the Nautaloid?
So we had a helm of telepathy, and what was the other thing again? It was like a glass thing.
It was a
monocle that gave you advantage on. Was it investigation?
Investigation for examining things close up.
Ooh, that sounds something.
Right,
That
so helm of telepathy.
Yeah, the monocle thing sounds good for Snicket because he does like intricate working, doesn't he? So
Yeah.
And what was the investigation one called?
That was the investigation one.
They are the eyes of minute seeing.
Yeah, I just need to know the name of it. Eyes of
Minute seeing.
Alright.
So Snicket gets the eyes of minute seeing. Who is taking the helm of telepathy?
Never sound like you would have it.
If no one else wants it, I'll take it.
I was gonna say, you would have it. I think you'd be good with that one.
Hi.
It is a slightly slimy grey. You're hoping fabric, feels a bit fabricy. Cap that pulls down over your head.
What else could it possibly be? What else could it possibly be?
Before I even attempt to attune to it, I am going to quickly do. Just gonna quickly do that, just to make sure there's no curses or anything.
Oh yeah.
It is not cursed.
Good.
You do.
It is made of Mindflayers skin.
You do reveal what it is made of.
Mindflayers skin.
It is made of
human skin.
It is made of where is it? Living space slug.
Hey.
Oh,
living
no.
space slug.
Is it still living now?
You're not sure.
Telepathy.
Meanwhile, for Snicket, because you weren't here, Jeff.
Yeah.
You've now got a sticky metal monocle with a kaleidoscopic lens.
Oh, I love it. I love it already.
You head onwards to Dugan's Hole. And I will, before we finish for the evening, I will just read you the Dugan's Hole information that the group will be able to discuss amongst themselves in the travelling there. Dugan's Hole is the smallest of the 10 towns. Its residents aren't fond of visitors.
Right.
And inbreeding has caused the population to dwindle in recent years.
Brilliant.
Hey.
Dear.
It has also given rise to the often seen physical deformities around the town, including...
Do they have a certain look about them?
They also have
oversized, flabby skin.
They also have a shop for local
So is
people.
this a coastal town? Is this a coast? You're not local. Are you local? You're not local.
Including but not limited to small misshapen ears and slightly pointed teeth. The town is a small cluster of dwellings perched on the edge of Redwaters that is too small to support any industry. Ice has buckled the shorter of its two piers, rendering the dock unsafe. The longer pier has two ice-bound keel boats tethered to it, though they're immobile because the ice.
Yes.
Local fishers have hauled their smaller boats onto the shore and resorted to cutting holes in the ice to try to catch knuckle-headed trout, upon which they depend for survival. Visitors to Dugan's Hole are often struck by the eeriness of the dark humanoid shapes cut out of the ice. Dark humanoid shapes out on the ice remaining silent as still as the wind howls around them.
They should really move. Like what?
Dugan's Hole has a population of 50 people.
Wow.
Oh, crummy.
Their leader is a Edgar Dermot, a plain-spoken trapper who is getting on in years and seldom attends meetings of the Council of Speakers.
What's the surname spelt?
Durmoot.
Durmt.
The heraldry of the town is a grey pillar-like monolith set against a sky-blue field above two crossed silver fish, their scaly bodies forming an X with their heads at the upper right and left. The monolith signifies local mystery, while the fish represent fish.
Fish.
They sacrifice warmth because they can't afford to sacrifice anything else.
I think they'd have volunteers for that. I think people would be like, yep, I'll volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, but there's only 50 of them in there. There'd be like,
Yeah.
there'd be none.
Hey, and they're all related to each other, so...
The survivors would envy the dead.
The only truly interesting feature of Dugan's Hole is the ring of megaliths, known as the 20 Stones of Thrun. Standing at the southern edge of the town, 19 of these crudely fashioned granite menhirs are arranged in a rough triangle with a single stone at the formation's centre. No one knows who built the structure or why. The townsfolk maintain that the stones were there before the town's founder, a Chodanthan named Dugan de Brace, first happened upon the fishing spot. Scholars have tried to research the origin of the structure's name, but all they have found are allusions to a creature named Thrun in the oldest legends of the northern folk. Some speculate that Thrun was a god, while others believe it's a destructive elemental spirit bound to this location by ancient druidic magic.
What's the difference?
Yeah, good question.
I'm glad after the creepy, weird tentacle ship, we've gone somewhere, not at all creepy or weird. Or...
Yeah, somewhere nice.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, I am going to also mark off that you have completed The Mead Must Flow. The quest The Mead Must Flow has been completed.
Yay!
Yay.
Level up, level up, level up.
As has, where's my quest log?
Don't know, John. Where'd you put it?
As has,
As has.
this quest that you never actually formally accepted, the Distress Signal quest. As you have found the source of the distress signal and silenced it. And that does mean you guys have leveled up.
Yay!
So, congratulations, you are now 5th level.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
If you guys wish to level your characters up between sessions, cool. If you if you need assistance, you know how to get in touch with me. It's the Discord. But
should we level them up on D&D Beyond, or?
Yes. Yeah, level them up on D&D Beyond, and then I can import them into Foundry. And make
yeah, I get 3rd level spells.
Make sure that your inventories are correct on D&D Beyond. Any gold and any items.
Should be.
Yeah,
We're good.
But yes, that is where we're going to call a session to this close.
Yay!